Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Welcome back to Movie Madness. Movie Madness Live. I got Firewater and Eddie. We're going to examine the movie news. I'm a little bit late. Everyone's already covered this merger with at&t, or actually HBO Max and Discovery. I honestly think it's just going to be called HBO Discovery. I don't know. That's my guess at the name. What do you guys think it's going to be called in the future?
Discovery HBO. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. Either way, I mean, like, it'll be something generic. It's not going to be anything.
Oh, ban the Snyderverse. I don't know. Christopher Parker. Well, here's my. I made clickbait for the title. Is Toby Emmerich canceled? His contract's canceled. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard from sources.
I heard everyone's out. Jason Kilar, everyone. I mean, like, why would you keep them?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're the reason you're selling the thing in the first place. It's not successful. This
I forget this guy's name on the right with the glasses. That's a good picture of him. He's old Hollywood, so that might have been a good sign for Toby Emmerich. I'm like, oh no, but his performance isn't good. I think he's just gonna clean house. Like, why not? I mean, they've tried to work. They try to work with the new guys like at&t, Warner Max. They tried to work with the old WB, and it just didn't work. Why just do something completely different? Does this mean that the Snyderverse is back on track? No, I don't know. It just means all bets are off, and no one knows right now. I think that part is undecided. We'll have to wait and see. And this is what Ambassador put up on Twitter. I actually think I look really badass here. Do I have enough copy of Scarface with mounds of it in front of me?
Nope, never enough, apparently.
No, but that's what I'm telling you. Don't believe Jarbo either. He doesn't know.
Jarbo was wrong on the one take, and he gets a lot of stuff right, but he's not perfect. So right. I'm going to disagree with him on this. They are bringing in my opinion, they're bringing in all new executives. Why would you keep the old guard around when it wasn't successful? You're bleeding money out with them. This is a private business, not the government.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's you know, it makes no sense.
Well, I honestly think if they announced that the Snyderverse was going to continue and then this would happen, all bets will be off. You don't know for sure. Like, if they say, okay, we're going to continue, and then this news came out, that wouldn't be a sure thing either. Right? Because things have changed now. You don't know what they're going to do. I think it's still in the possible cards. And
well, really, I mean, we can only go up from here because it's already a no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that's with the old guard. You get the new guard in, that it could still be no.
Well, and then in the people that ain't like Stanky, he's the only one that really knew. Like the rest didn't know that this merger was going to happen, so they weren't going to announce anything new, regardless. If he was thinking about merging with these, damn it, I forget this guy's name, the Discovery guy.
Oh, he's smart though. They said that his reputation's very strong. It's the Discovery CEO, right?
Yeah.
David, right?
David Zaslav.
Zaslav. Yeah. Who would think? They keep talking about CNN. The CNN connection is something that really got him. He really wanted CNN for some reason. They make a lot of money when I guess they've been talking about Trump again. They make money when they talk about Trump.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the news are just I just pay attention to local news, like the national stuff. I don't really care about. Unless I find out my taxes are going up again, then I'm going to be a little bit salty. But
everyone's saying Eddie looks a little sus. I don't know about that.
Eddie don't look no sus. But the Discovery CEO, he just got handed stock options valued at $190 million, and his contract is extended until 2027.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he is going to be doing, and he's been doing it since 2007. I don't know. They said he's very talent friendly. From what I gather, Warner Brothers used to be a very talent-centric studio. Then I guess with the new guard that came in, they were trying to optimize profitability, and as such, they wound up killing it.
Now, when he said the new guy, when he said that he wants to be talent friendly. They kind of only alluded to the decision to go day and date with theaters on streaming, but they haven't really discussed. Do you think he implied anything there about the chaos surrounding like Snyder and all that, or it was just to that part? What are your guys' opinions on that? When the guy from Discovery, what do you think he was alluding to? Just the situation with Christopher Nolan and them, all directors being upset about day and date, or other things too? Do you think he was hinting at something else?
I think it's bigger than the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of directors after they announced, oh, by the way, all these things that you worked on to be theatrical.
Okay.
By the way, those are just going to be released. They're telling all these directors everything's going straight to DVD, so to speak. And they were pissed. And Warner Brothers, like I said, if all the talent leaves and people are like looking at this, is like, get your house in order. Who am I working for here? I would be out too.
Do you think they had a choice, knowing now that they were making that little and how much they needed influx of cash? I think they had no choice, and they just threw Keelar under the bus now.
Oh yeah, well he was the
someone
CEO,
was gonna
right?
Someone was going to do it. They had no content to grow their HBO Max.
Well, I mean they shut down all the Snyder stuff. That was content. I don't know. They're mismanaging the DC brand. I wish they had like somebody like Kevin Feige, just to keep everything organized. Get in different directors, different writers, but the vision is kind of the same. Have them all put their own little slant on it so they can own it. But the end goal, the framework is there.
They're almost at 20K, Nick and Lex. Woo!
God bless them.
Yeah. I don't know. What's your opinion, Eddie? Do you think? What does this mean? I honestly means that no one knows for sure. I say all bets are off. You don't know. The only thing that Snyder fans and Zack Snyder could do himself is move forward, make everything trend. I actually think when you do the hashtags, the Army of the Dead this weekend, you should do both hashtags in the same tweet. Get them both trending at the same time. Can you imagine if both trended at the same time? That's my thoughts, but I don't know. I think there's still hope. It's still an uphill battle. I don't think it really changes anything. And I think if they would announce something before this, then all bets would be off too. I think, if they would have said, we're going to do Justice League 2, and then this goes through, then I'd like, we have to wait and see what's going to happen. So I personally don't think of going high on copium. I just think you don't know what's going to happen now. It's too fluid. Things could change in an instant with this announcement. Honestly, they have bigger problems than the Snyderverse. Really, they don't. You think, Eddie? What's your thoughts?
You shouldn't really rely that much on hope, but it's like David himself. He's using these certain keywords that are making people think of stuff, because he said it in that interview thing when he was like, our strongest IPs, stuff like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and he keep referencing DC, and he should, because that's the stuff that's going to make him money. So, like I'm saying, they're like, now they're talking about the Snyderverse. Now they're talking about DC in a certain way. It's not only DC, because when it comes to the executives part, he said he's bringing a lot of people, so a lot of people are going to get shifted out. And I'm saying Warner Brothers as a whole is all messed up, not just DC. When it comes to other franchises too. So I think new people should be fitted in, especially the people he's already used to, like, because that changes the management, like. We already know we don't like all these other people that always interfere and stuff. So we have to see how these new people, try to freshen it up, if they can freshen it up. But the way I see it with David, like it just looks like even if he doesn't care about the Snyderverse, it looks like he definitely knows what will bring in money. So I think that gives us some form of hope, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't know. It's so fluid right now. And my binge buddy gave me a super chat. Thanks, binge buddy. Use the Scarface photo as the new profile pic. Okay, I don't know. It's a nice one. What do you think?
Not bad.
I look pretty slick. I should wear a suit.
I like the suit. It's a very nice suit.
Yeah, yeah.
Something about it. Sorry for interfering. Something about it too was they said
thanks, binge buddy.
they were willing to spend at least $20 billion a year. So I'm saying that definitely destroys that narrative with in terms of DC with Hamada, with that cheap shit he was trying to do. So I'm just saying that's the only reason why they said it. Oh, we can't do Justice League 2 because we don't got the money for it. I'm just saying, look how much they're willing to spend. That's more than Netflix and Disney per year.
I think besides all the Snyderverse debacle, I don't think JJ was worth that $500 million. I think that also, I mean, he hasn't even started. I mean, we'll wait and see, I guess. I mean, he does bring in the bucks for, I mean, the original Star Trek didn't make that much, but the Force Awakens, but that was the difference.
With the $2 billion film, $2 billion.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So.
But man, they spent them. They just gave him that $500 million for that contract, and I think that's kind of stalled other things going forward too. I don't know. But to answer Matt Jarbo, because he constantly says Zach's not going to say it. He was asked again recently within the week on an interview, so we're going to watch just like a minute and a half part of the interview where he was asked about restoring the Snyderverse and see what he says. And then everyone has certain opinions on Snyder Cut fans if they still hold out hope. I don't do this every day. I do this every once in a while. I still think there's a path forward. It's still very high hurdles to go forward, though. I just don't think anyone knows anything right now. So let's watch. This is Jake's takes, and he asks him about the restore the Snyderverse.
I'm going to ask really quickly. They're giving me the wrap. I geeked out with you hard when the Snyder Cut came out in March because I love that film. Right now, the restore the Snyderverse fan movement, we're kind of in this limbo because we don't really know whether or not to continue to feel hope because of some of the comments that Warner Brothers have made lately. It's sort of like, oh, Zach got to complete his trilogy. What is your, we didn't want to give up hope with the Snyder Cut before, so we don't want to give up hope now. So what would you say about, like, because we're kind of in this weird gray area, what should we maintain hope?
See, here's good.
Well, I mean, I guess I would think about it this way. Yes, Warner Brothers has been aggressively anti-Snyder, if you will, and that's what can you say? What can I say? Like they're not interested.
Best thing you do is have a smile on his face right now with that.
But I would also say that they certainly weren't interested in I would have said originally in my take on Justice League. They certainly made decisions about that. So I love the characters and I love the worlds and I think it's an amazing place to make a movie it's glorious IP. So there's that. I don't know what what could be done as you go forward other than I think this the fan movement is so strong and the fan community is so the intention is so pure, and I really have huge respect for it.
Okay.
And I just I would hope that cooler heads would prevail with them, and that they would see that there's this massive fandom that wants more of that. But who knows what they'll do?
I choose hope, sir. Mr. Snyder, since I was a kid,
that's about all he addresses it. But he kept a smile on his face.
Yeah, well, it's about Army of the Dead. I'd be pissed if I were Netflix right now. It's like, why are you answering questions about another network?
Well, he kept it towards the end of the
I'm busting balls, but
the Army of the Dead trending this weekend. That's going to help the situation, regardless.
Zack Snyder's the hottest director, in my opinion, in Hollywood right now.
And he's gone next level. Listen, as much as they say don't interact with the fans, it's only happened because he interacted with fans. He had, if he would have just been depressed after the situation, not move forward, actively developing new projects, he would not be in this situation. He moved forward. He keeps interacting with as much social media as he can. I say the rest of Hollywood needs to get on board with this. I think other directors would have more success with their films if they did this in a positive way with their fandom.
Well, you got to do it in a controlled environment. You don't want another Geeks and Gamers live stream. That would just that'll probably go in like a PR textbook Like, so they're going to probably, that'll be in like classrooms, I think, of what not to do. Like, this is what happens when PR goes wrong. You know, so in my opinion, but we
remember we streamed before and we're like, uh-oh. Before we're like, and then you said I'll support it, but this is, I don't know. We all kind of like.
I thought something was going to go. I didn't think it was going to go well. I just didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But that was worse than even I predicted.
Yeah.
I had a feeling somebody. I thought maybe it would have been like a production. Somebody would have cursed or something.
Look at Walter Hamada account.
I didn't see it.
Look what you say.
All right. Nick Kim, I got to catch up the chat. Where is Walter Hamada?
That's funny. Let it be known I also sign off at the. So I mean,
let it be
Hamada's gone. I know they just signed a contract.
Well,
they could term him though. You know?
I mean, I don't have to play the clip. I watched Sil Abdul's with Mikey Sutton earlier today. So I watched that, and Mikey Sutton said, "I've heard from my sources that Toby wanted an extension, and they're just not going to grant him an extension." So that's where I got my clickbaity thumbnail canceled. Like I always did the canceled and fired. It's not really, that doesn't really happen in Hollywood unless you're Weinstein. It's just you don't get your contract renewed. Or
that's reflective of their work,
out.
Man. Like the value they provide. Obviously, it was a net negative to have these people for whatever reason. And we'll probably never know unless it's like a full post-mortem is done, which maybe the Discovery CEO wants reports like who did what. But it's like a new GM coming to your favorite sports team, and then they clear house with the coaching staff. It's the same concept, because all the justification you need is like, well, if it was working, you wouldn't have sold. We wouldn't have merged.
All right, here's Ambassador calling bullshit on me, and you're fine to say this. Bullshit, Max. Army of the Dead and the Snyderverse have nothing to do with each other. Snyder simp, more like Uber simp. Listen. What does Hollywood look at? What trends? What you're relevant? He is more relevant than most directors right now at this moment in time. So they would be idiotic not to look at potential projects with him. The only thing holding potential projects with him is the old WB. I don't necessarily know that Hamada's out based on sources. And thanks a lot, Zeno. This is really going to help me get him on the show. Mikey, no, not in Sutton. I think it's very plausible. Have based on articles and other YouTubers I've heard that he was even Emmerich was even considering Netflix at one point. Did you hear that as well? To try to go in over to Netflix. So I don't think they're extremely happy with Emmerich either. I don't know about what's the other guy for HBO Max? Keelar.
Oh, Keelar's negotiating his team. He's got a legal team negotiating his exit. He's going to get a fat old golden parachute. He'll be fine. He ain't going to starve. They'll give him severance and all that in exchange for any, waiving of any legal rights.
They probably probably give him a nice severance to do what basically they're going to do anyway. They're just blaming him for it. They had no content. They had to do something. This day and date, they only got the $40 million because they did that. If they didn't do that with Wonder Woman and the Snyder Cut and all those other films, they wouldn't be at 40 million subscribers right now.
And even then, that's still kind of low. I guess maybe, I don't know. They should incorporate with like the cable companies, like HBO Max, make everything available on demand, which I think you have to go through the HBO Max app, which a lot of people don't stream on. Like my parents don't stream on their TV; they only stream on one TV. And so it's kind of a pain in the ass for them to watch stuff like that. Like I recently loaded Disney, their cable box.
Next time, Andrew. Next time.
Disney Plus. They got Disney Plus on their cable box, and so I was able to put my Disney Plus account on there for them. So we're able to watch everything. But anyway, it's just HBO Go, HBO Now, HBO. It's like, oh man, like how many different apps do we need? Jeez.
Well, the other thing, Ambassador, why I have to say you're wrong again is, listen, the other thing that these streaming companies now, and streaming is where it's at right now, is they look at spinoff potential. what did Snyder do? Army of the Dead has a prequel and an animated series spinoff right away. So everyone's going to be looking at Army of the Dead this weekend. If it doesn't trend, it doesn't trend. I don't think it made amazing box office, but it didn't really share. It didn't really show that much in many places either.
But I heard the box office stay is going to be extended. Cinemark was very happy with the numbers, so I think they're keeping it for some additional time there.
Nick Hammond says my mask looks too small. Oh no, what are you saying? Putting on some weight in quarantine? No, thanks. No, it's not too small. I don't know. I'm in the Snyderverse illustration. Yeah, I saw even Jarbo made it. I was very shocked. Good on Jarbo. I don't know. I see it's path forward, but it's all up in the air. I don't know how soon you're going to make this. You're going to see this guy make decisions. I guess the executive parts come first, and then you'll.
I mean, Fandom can definitely look different now.
I mean, but do you really think Hamada's out? Firewater, you think Hamada's
they're all out, Max?
Okay.
I think they're all out. Anyone who's got especially that also gives them a way to distance themselves from the Ray Fisher scandal.
Yeah, I do think
that is a thorn in their side.
I do like Ray Fisher. I love his performance, but I do think that went way too far. I don't want to say he was wrong to do it if he really felt that way. It's just that is another hurdle. Yes, bringing all that up yet again.
Yeah, Walter Hamada, but you have a 5-year deal, but that's all. There are terms and conditions in that deal.
Until we know more, David Zaslav is not your friend. So just wait and see.
You know what it is? He can't be worse of a friend than Ant Sarnoff or,
I know, I'm just saying, like, don't go around thinking he's the savior. He's going to be
No.
I know, but I'm just saying the fact that he's giving us these little pieces of him knowing what makes him money is, it's something to look at. He keeps mentioning DC and Batman, Superman, all that stuff. It's something that, even like I said before, even when he hates the Snyderverse, he definitely wants that money.
Yeah. Well, I said in the thumbnail, all bets are off. I don't think anyone knows what's going to happen now. If they would have announced Snyderverse is going to continue, but didn't officially announce anything, and this happened, I think all bets are off.
Did you watch Still Abdul's stream today, Mikey said?
I only watched part of it. I watched part of it.
Mikey said that, I believe he said as of right now, Mikey heard that Zaslav is going to look at the Snyder Cut numbers and reevaluate things, and that there was a greater chance of it happening now than there was a couple of days ago. So
I think they're also looking at this, and then I think they're looking at this, and then also the Suicide Squad to see how that performs. I think
it's going to be pretty good.
I think it'll be fine. Suicide Squad will be fine.
But they want it to be a game changer, though. They want
no, they don't.
No, I mean for the positivity for the DCEU, where Wonder Woman 84 was not, Birds of Prey was not.
Birds of Prey was a hit with the critics. That's what they care.
But about. the last DCEU film or DC film that really got the fans and everyone on a positive buzz was Aquaman. Really?
Well, no, actually Shazam.
I mean,
Shazam was fun, but it didn't really kill the box office. I'm not going to say it was.
It just came out at a bad time, though.
I think it was 84 that killed the vibe. To be honest with you, okay, it was. I think 84 was supposed to cement that DC was kind of in a better path because Aquaman was praised enough. Shazam 2, even Birds of Prey. Even I know some of you guys don't like it. Both critics.
I never saw it. I have to see it. So
really liked it. But until 84, that ruined everything. Everybody was like, damn, DC's going back to the same direction again.
Well, Belle Reeve Mendez. Hey, Belle Reeve. Wait, what do you all think? The Snyderverse can be restored? Just curious. I think it's possible, but no one knows for sure right now. She's asking the panel. So,
well, that's it's better than because right now, previously, like 2 weeks ago, it was no. Sorry, not happening. It's a trilogy. Zach got to complete his vision. It's a cul-de-sac. Yada yada yada.
George has a great comment here.
Right. But bringing out the now with these new people coming in, desperate for streaming content.
Yeah.
Desperate for stuff on, I think it provides hope. And the only way the Snyderverse is dead, honestly, is if Zack Snyder said, "Hey, you know what? I ran out of gas with it. I got Army of the Dead now.
Or
I
he signs an exclusivity deal with Netflix.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So either he runs out of gas on it, or or Netflix locks him up, which I think would be really smart.
Really, someone coming in and say, "What do you want to do?" That would be. Can you imagine if Zaslav went to Zack and like, "What do you want to do here? We want to get you back." After he becomes if Army of the Dead really. I can't believe that everyone argues with me in the chat about this. Hollywood likes trending things. They like people to talk about you. So Zack has a way to engage with the fans, whether you think they're crazy or not. He always gets talked about, the most articles. That is all part of the equation. If Army of the Dead trends this weekend and everyone loves it, and I think both the Snyder Cut and Army of the Dead both had positive critic and audience score above a certain percentage. People get I know everyone thinks Rotten Tomatoes is full of shit, but they still give bonuses on Rotten Tomatoes to the people in the industry. You have to be over a certain percentage and you get a bonus. To have both of those, the bonus. So if you have both of no, that's great. So if you have both of those, you cannot just ignore that kind of stuff if you have two in a row.
I don't know about that, because I was kind of in the same argument saying, well, even Army, I mean, first of all, even Army of Dead does get to see and gets a little praise. It's just gonna get him more work with other people, because I felt like, or at least Netflix at the most, just giving him more projects, because I made the argument that WB obviously.
You don't think every studio, every streaming entity reaches out to talent? Everyone,
I think, except for WB, because I'm saying yes, they could probably notice that he's succeeding, but if they don't like him to begin with, then why would they bring him back even if he's succeeding?
Well, because the people that don't like him are going to be gone.
No, that's why I had to change up a bit, because now it's going to be new management, so obviously they don't have any issues with him at all. So they'll welcome him in like nothing. But I'm talking about like past tense before everything else with Discovery. So now I feel like Army of the Dead can help him out.
Yeah. Well, Walter Mata, I don't even know how they're going to do a fandom, announce a bunch of stuff when we don't know for sure the future. I don't know how they're just going to
probably cancel fandom this year, I would imagine.
No, they're going to roll full steam ahead on it. They're not canceling that.
When's it go? When's it go live?
October. That's before the merger is even completed.
Zeno, you're right. The DC characters aren't Zack's property. You don't. If you're Zaslav, don't you look at everything? Firewater.
Zaslav mentioned, we have the greatest IPs. Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and then he mentioned like Sex and the City and some other HBO stuff. And so what that tells me is that if they're going to take a look at the numbers, if there's profitability there, and Zack Snyder's willing, and he's not locked up in an exclusive deal, which if I were Netflix, I would lock him up. Like I would see how the premiere goes with Army of the Dead. I'd have an offer to him on Monday.
Well, even if I didn't know a goddamn about DC and movies, and I'm Zaslav, and I come like, what's the biggest event we could have on our service? Dark Side returning. I'm just like, okay. Would you consider that? Like, what's one a big event that's really going to draw on people? Dark Side returning, even if it's without Zack, I wouldn't want that to happen. But I would be like, Dark Side. We set up Dark Side. Let's bring back Dark Side. Instant money to me. I mean, I don't know, but I'm crazy. Like
I said, this really leads into lots of stuff with all these new people now and new, like this can pave the way for stuff like even Man Steel 2 and stuff like that. Like we don't know what's gonna happen, but it is curious where all these people keep name dropping these characters that are the big money makers that revolve with Zack heavily. So it is something.
Oh yeah, Bell Reeve, you could come on one time. We'd love to have you. I don't know if you're asking or not. You don't get any notifications. Oh no, Doomcock was right. All right, Walter Hamada still will not be quiet. I honestly don't know about Hamada. I don't know. The only reason I think he could stay is that a lot of his focus is on lower budget films, and maybe they still want to do low budget. That would be the only downside I could see of continuing. Snyderverse is not going to be cheap. No, so
I mean, he could just play along with it. It just acts like he always supported it.
He says my HBO Max content will deliver from Batgirl, Static Shock, Green Lantern, Gotham PD, Batman Animated, Supergirl, and Blue Beetle.
I mean, I think that new Batman animated show, Superman animated shows are going to be pretty legit. So,
yeah, we'll have to see. But hopefully with the merger with Discovery, they can do stuff to keep costs down, but still get a quality production. We'll see. I'm excited though. I mean, it's good if you are a fan of HBO. Like I said, I've had HBO ever since I was a kid. And the only time I didn't have it is when I was in college.
Hey, Carl, I think got a little things mixed up there. Zack Snyder has no business going there. Sex in the City. What? I don't think he's coming back to do that.
No, I think I think they're two separate statements.
But that would be interesting though. There'd be heads cut off going to Dark Side. I don't know. Christopher Barker says Darkseid was poorly set up. I don't believe that. You're feel free for your opinion. All right. We have other movie topics though. Rhea says diversity in content is what's going to make the subscription price worth it to more customers.
That's fair. That's a fair comment.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll set that up, Bellary. Probably next week. I have to go away this weekend, do some family stuff.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Just to help family set up like a summer cottage type situation, so we have a place to go.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Oh, Walter Hamada says he's going to toe the line. If David Zaslav brings Zach back, what if you have to apologize to Ray Fisher? Listen.
Oh, that's a great question for Walter Hamada.
Now, if Zaslav says, okay, we're going to consider doing Justice League 2 with Zach and bringing back Darkseid, and then Ray Fisher starts up again, I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I'm like, Ray, come on. We need to, I don't know. I just don't know. I still support him. I still stand by him. But you know what I mean? Does anyone feel that way too? Like,
it would have to be resolved before they bring in Ray Fisher.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that all of these other executives are done because, in my opinion, the DC properties have underperformed.
Mm-hmm.
What did Wonder Woman 84? Is that considered a bomb?
I think for them it was successful because it grew HBO Max.
I mean, it's hard to prove, but I think everyone subbed just because of the promise of Justice League.
They did, but they subbed when Wonder Woman came out. So for them, that was a success.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get to more topics. Let me see what else I have here. Is this going to be creepy looking at? Should we look at the next Baywatch? Or not Baywatch, the next Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson, Lily James's Pamela Anderson in her Baywatch years. I won't do close-ups. I
missed the first discussion of this. So I'm curious as to what you guys thought of this.
I'll bring it up real quick. We won't spend there's nothing like a bunch of guys looking at.
Can Sebastian Stan play the drums?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let me see. Pam and Tommy Lee, Lily James. What do you think? Does she look like her?
I can barely see. I think you need to zoom in on one of the pictures.
Oh, is that what you think, RJ? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to get a closer
look. I need a closer look now.
That's impressive. The one on the upper right is very impressive.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, do the upper right one.
All right, behave, gentlemen. Behave. I'm bringing it up in a separate thing because it was on a tweet. Someone tweeted it out. I'll bring up Twitter. All right, here's some closer images. Can you see this better?
Yeah.
All right, so what is that one?
Yeah, that one. That one's the best one. Yeah, that looks like. I mean, that's very impressive, honestly.
Okay, enough staring, guys. Let's get that off. So she looks legit. I mean, I was shocked. By this project, and the views are going up. I'm gonna watch it on. I think it's gonna be on Hulu. I like Sebastian Stan. I think Lily James is a beautiful actress, and she's talented too. She shocked me when I first saw the images of her. I'm not a fan of Pamela Anderson though. But
Pamela Anderson's very angry about the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because apparently they didn't ask her for consultation or even give her grace.
That's probably better.
So,
yeah. What's your thoughts on what's the panel in the chat think about that? Do you think it makes for a better project to get Pamela Anderson's the official Pamela Anderson signing off on it? I think it doesn't really. I don't care about that part, really.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
She was involved in the Baywatch movie talks with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That didn't turn out well.
Yeah, it was probably a terrible idea.
Yeah. All right. Chubby Teddy's still talking about Toby running it into the ground. Okay.
Well, apparently he's still sticking around, so you're gonna have to deal with Toby Emmerich still.
Rhea was the one that wanted to see the more of Lily James. Okay. Let's get to the chat. My StreamYard froze. All right.
Rip.
Oh, she looks great. Christopher Barker doesn't care about this. Snowdub. Rhea keeps talking about her eyes. That's what we were all thinking. Exactly. Zeno. Oh, Walter. Listen, I'm not a fan of Walter Hamada. I think he was going too far with the Ray Fisher and the Hamada stuff. I'm like, yes, wasn't really helpful to Ray, but he wasn't as, in my personal opinion, he was a little bit reaching too far to say I don't know. He let the investigation go through. I don't know. Any comment on there before we move on to the next topic? With the Walter Hamada thing and Ray Fisher, I just think
I'm not sure what more there is to say on it.
It's too big of an obstacle to go forward when he's saying I will never work with him again. That really means you're not going to be in charge if we go forward. I didn't like that ultimatum.
I mean, yes, you're going to have to deal with it. They had no choice because even if they do get rid of all those people, he still suspect because. I don't know because I doubt they're gonna stay, but if they do, then Ray Fisher obviously is gonna keep accountability and all that stuff. But even if they leave, I still think that he's still gonna keep pushing the fact that that WB is toxic and that they do have to change their ways. And like I said, getting rid of those people will help, but I still think he'll probably still make a fit about it. I think.
All right. Breaking news with the images for Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Didn't the whole plot get leaked?
I'm not going into the plot. I don't want to share that.
It's like a one sentence blurb though. It's not really a spoiler. It's just a synopsis for the movie.
That's all right. I just wanted to look at Knuckles. I think that's great for kids.
I used to have the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge.
Well, that's just fan art. That's not official.
Well, it looks pretty legit. I'm happy with that.
Knuckles looks good.
Yeah. I'm happy for it. I want video game movies and properties to succeed. I actually just started playing God of War on my PS5, the PS4 game. Mm-hmm. I never played it. RJ, have you played it?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
It's pretty intense. It really makes you feel like that's where video game projects could go. Like I'd actually rather just see a God of War series like in that style. I still like. I think I still prefer the old God of War games with how much action and stuff. You just go straight into action. This is more like a story-driven thing, but I
think it's massively superior in terms of storytelling. I think it's a masterpiece of a game, honestly.
Yeah. I think you sent me this, or I saw you a little activity on Twitter, RJ, that Dave Filoni is now the president of not of Lucasfilm but of Creative.
Yeah, he's now they promoted him to executive creative officer, which means he's pretty much going to be in charge of all Star Wars creative, or at least one of the big players in that.
That's good, but you know what the people are saying already. This paves the way for Kathleen Kennedy to get out.
There's already been about 5 videos made about that.
I used to make those videos.
She's the one that gave him that role in the first place.
Yeah, no, she's the one who gave him the role, but she'll never get credit for it. I mean, I don't think she's the best president either, but I'm not one of these people that will be like, let's ignore all the good that occurred and just only, focus on the bad. I think that's asinine and stupid. But
I mean, the hate clicks are,
Well, here's an article on geekosity.com as well. Lucasfilm to incorporate more of Star Wars expanded universe. That would help if he is creative, right? He could go into that. I think
people need to let the EU die and stop bringing up the hopeful unicorn of it's coming back in some shape or form.
Well, they're using elements of it.
They're using elements of it, but they keep saying, "Oh, they're gonna retcon stuff or bring back everything." No, they're just gonna cherry pick stuff. And that's if you're lucky.
All right, hot take there. Hot take, RJ. What do you think, Firewater? You think they should do what this article says, incorporate more of expanded universe, or just cherry pick, or what?
I think they should take stories here and there that make sense for live action and animation. I'm not a big EU guy. I don't really read for pleasure. I do feel bad about EU fans, how they kind of toss that all to the side. But I think there's probably some good content there, and it would be nice to see that kind of coming around. And that's that. And it's I don't know. I think more Star Wars content is better than none. I'm actually watching the Bad Batch. I didn't watch any of the I watched a little bit of the Clone Wars. I didn't watch Rebels at all. I love the 2D animation Clone Wars. That's on Disney Plus now. I've been watching that. I love that when they introduce Asajj Ventress. I love Count Dooku's one of my favorite. He's probably my favorite prequel villain, actually.
Yeah.
So it was good to see
for a second there, it sounded like Count Doo-Doo, and I was about to say that's
why I never liked his name.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Anthony, can you imagine Zack Snyder God of War with Jason Momoa starring as Kratos? Woo. That'd be intense.
Eddie says that the creator of God of War hates Snyder fans, though. So.
Oh, that's true. Well, no. Well, listen. The creator of God of War started to come to YouTube, and he did the whole hate click thing and started spazzing out on certain things.
Wait, does he own just because he created it? Does he own it?
No, he's not working on the newer games, the modern games.
Corey Barlog is the one in charge of Santa Monica Studios.
He sort of
games.
But Sony owns it, right?
He sort of goes the hate click route. He sort of says stuff to just get attention.
Just to clarify, we're talking about David Jaffe, the guy.
David Jaffe,
yeah, the guy who made the PS2 games. Not the guy who's making the current stuff now. It's like the
old school who really cares what he thinks? That no offense, but if he's not in charge and he doesn't have any power, what the hell do I care? What he thinks, it's irrelevant.
Christopher Barker. I haven't even been paying attention to them. Really,
they are. They're
demonizing Kevin Feige.
Because Star Wars has become dry, so they need to go after Marvel now. That's basically what it is.
They got to shift the grift, and we've talked about that. And Phoenix Flame, thank you. I've been trolling the Fandom Menace a little bit hard. The Fandom Menace did not have a good week. Last couple of weeks for the Phantom Menace has not been good. The grift is, drying up, or at least people are being, they're acknowledging it a little bit. Even some old Phantom Menacers are beginning to crack, and they're realizing that the stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, we have no association with the Phantom Menace.
They didn't.
We privately disavowed them a year ago, but man, their money's still green. Yeah, that was a great fucking idea. Okay.
I honestly went the route of after the Zack Snyder debacle, and then after Mega Hater and Ethan Van Sciver, they disgusted me, and I think they'll die faster if I stop covering them too, and they're just eating themselves alive.
It's hysterical to watch, though. I mean, there's not enough popcorn in the planet to for that, and it's I don't know. It's just kind of it wasn't meant to last. It was fine when the money was flowing good. Channels were growing and all that stuff, and then there's a scandal. Apparently one of them was very not nice to some women over on a show featuring women.
Speaking of Popcorn Planets, I will just make a small comment on it. I don't want him to lose his monetization. I think
he already got it back. He's fine.
He already got it back instantly the day after.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's good.
What is he going to do with the GoFundMe money?
Keep it?
Keep it probably. I don't know.
Yeah, of course he will. He got it back that quick.
I mean, if anything, he probably already had it back before. He just wanted to make the video just so people could get attention towards it. And then he did a whole.
I've heard rumors that he created it himself too, and he said a friend did, but you could see where someone created the GoFundMe, the city they live in. It's where he lives, not where the person he said the creator lives.
It's very fishy.
It was.
I don't know. It could be a cash grab. Maybe the wife's suing him for some more alimony.
Well, what I was gonna say is I hope he gets his channel back. I don't want him to disappear. Honestly, I think if someone should be canceled, it should be, and I don't like to say canceled but I'm sorry. There's nothing of quality that comes out of Mecha Random's mouth. And she completely disgusts me. I was about to do videos on her about her other comments. I saw other comments past that she's still talking about. And I'm just like, she is so disgusting. She'll do anything for a buck. Oh my God.
And the fact that her supporters aren't really saying anything about it. Oh my gosh.
But what I will say about the Popcorn Planet, his shit that he says he got flagged for were some really weird, cringy, creepy videos that he made with a girl in a hot tub, like drowning them. I watched it.
I think I saw that one. I thought it was Amber Heard stuff.
No.
What they're saying is that they flagged old videos of his from like 10 years ago that had questionable content. Racy, even he admits they're kind of like
I know about that
racy
stuff.
and questionable.
It was like, I don't even know what the joke was. I don't know where he was going with it. It just that really, I don't know. Why would you keep that up?
I don't think it's ever a good thing when someone's channel gets threatened, though. Like,
no. I agree.
No, I don't think he's a good person, but I'm not going to report any of his videos or anything like that. But I'm also not going to like spurg out on Twitter about it either. I mean, like he's an adult; he'll figure it out, or he won't. It's not my problem. You know. And that's what I'm saying. Like YouTube is an abusive business partner. They're a great platform as a consumer because I get a ton of crap for free, but I would never want to invest in that, and they could change it at any time. They can alter the deal. Pray they don't alter it any further, right? And you mean it's like you're a 1099. You're not an employee. You don't have any rights. They're changing the policy as of June 1. They have to run ads on all videos because YouTube doesn't turn a profit as much as these people bitch and complain about it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that makes you think about their morals. Don't make that type of content if you know something might happen.
Here's we could do the scoop-o-meter on this. This is Geekosity. Omega Red developed for Black Widow sequel. You think this is likely? Is this the start of mutants in the MCU if they get to Black Widow?
Who the hell is Omega Red?
He's more in the X-Men universe.
Okay. Yeah.
Wants to introduce the mutant villain Omega Red in the MCU. Omega Red may be mentioned in Black Widow, but it is unknown for now. Based on Geekosity sources, his likely destination now is Black Widow 2. If they do it in a Black Widow sequel, it'll still be like in like the in the past with Black Widow. Spoilers, but so they might retroactively introduce the mutants that way. I don't know. I guess you guys don't know much enough about it. Do you think it's a scoop or
it's a big pile of Max? I mean, I don't know, man. Like,
hey,
it's
Justin.
definitely possible for sure. I mean, I don't know enough about the character to say yes or no. Because I feel like if they're gonna make a Black Widow sequel, it'll be with Yelena Belova, not Natasha Romanoff.
Yeah.
So
Eddie says, "Trash the Phantom Menace," and Justin appears with his eye. We were barely talking about them, Justin. I promise. I've actually been trying to avoid the train wreck.
Someone else might appear too.
The train wreck is kind of funny, though.
I listen.
It was entirely predictable.
Justin has avoided the train wreck pretty good, though.
No, I mean he's probably got some inside knowledge, and I would avoid. I would never want to be in a position where I'd have to avoid something like that. But I don't envy his position. I don't envy Jeremy. I don't envy Ryan because they all know stuff. There's no way they don't.
Can we all say one thing? I was right. Volume 5 is never going to happen.
Is Volume 2 even going to happen?
I don't know.
Apparently, it was too cheerleader-y, according to the author Stephen Walton himself.
I will say that, Justin. I was right.
You're not going to. I was
right. That's as my. I don't want to go deep into it, but I
have a 5 volumes planned. Well, how do you know it's even going to be around? Don't worry about it. I got it planned. Okay, man, you did it.
Oh, so
you did it.
I wonder if Paul will appear. No, he does. He doesn't. He avoids.
I'm just saying, you talked about this guy too. Look,
no. I said you're never coming on the channel, and he's like, he never came back.
Who's Paul? Oh, Halogen. Oh no, I gave him a shellacking that one night. And I told him he's a bad faith actor. He started questioning Enosh's religion. Isn't he a pastor? Like, are you fucking kidding? Like I said, you're just a bad faith actor. You're just a contrarian, bad faith actor. So, he hasn't come back because,
I was on the stream with them the other night. It went pretty well, though.
You were?
Yeah, I was on Master Swag King Entertainment's channel. Same with Enosh. Not the same night, but he was on there. As one of the panelists. So,
who here wants to release the Sucker Punch cut? Does anyone care? I care. I would buy it.
Oh no.
Sucker Punch, I could take or leave.
Well, maybe the director's cut changes it for you. It's transformative.
I still never even seen the original Sucker Punch. So,
I mean, I saw bits and pieces of it. I was like, it's okay. If there's a new cut of the original 300, that would be cool. You know what I'd like to see? The 300 fight scenes with no slow motion. I don't know if somebody could edit that, because I mean, it was cool when he did it. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, I would love to see those fight scenes.
That would be a cool fan edit. You got to reach out to Ivan Ortega.
Well, maybe now that the Phantom Menace is done, he'll have some time. Did he ever finish his Last Jedi re-edit?
Christopher Barker, but there's another director's cut. There is. Yeah, there is already, but there's. Oh yeah, he finished a lot. I never watched it.
Yeah, I don't know. I could live without that. Like, good for him. I'm glad it kept him busy. I mean, I don't think he's a bad guy. I mean,
no. I think he said he works in editing in the industry. I don't know. Good for him if he does.
Yeah, good for him.
You're just here for Eddie. Not me? Thanks a lot, Justin. I thought we were closer than that.
Wow.
Thanks, Justin. I want to have you on the show again soon. I don't even talk about your friends anymore, and you haven't been on. I don't really talk.
I don't know. I think it's funny to see them implode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we disavowed them a year ago, Midnight's Edge, but we did that behind closed doors. But yeah, we took that money though.
What about this?
Man.
Call of Duty is adding Die Hard to Rambo DLC and 80s action heroes.
Wait a minute. Is this a PlayStation Plus podcast or Movie Madness Entertainment?
Well, it's movie related. This makes me interested.
That is badass if they do that, though.
Yeah, this gets me interested in actually playing the game. That's one that I got from Cyrus, and I didn't even play it yet. Partly because my hard drive is full.
How's your hard drive already full?
Because I downloaded Ratchet and Clank, the remaster. I downloaded God of War and stuff like that, and it's already full.
Damn.
So I have to delete stuff just to put the disc in to get the update. But this is legit. That gets me excited. Yeah. Don't you? What about you, RJ? Do you play Call of Duty?
A little bit here and there. I mean, not too much, I'll say.
What do you think, Firewater? I know you're a gamer, but it's been a while since you played Call of Duty, or?
I have Cold War. I've been playing more Overwatch. Trying to get my support account up to Diamond. I saw the Overwatch 2 PvP demonstration they had. That looks like it's going to be a lot better for the game, but I don't want to get into that right now. But I was very pleased.
I'll have to ask you about it off the stream because I'm a huge Overwatch fan myself.
Yeah.
So Nerd a lot coming with the facts. There's an extended cut, but not a director's cut for Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. I'm not like against it. I just don't. I'm like meh.
Oh, Saggy says he's not even listening to my show. Justin, he just pipes his eyes. He didn't hear anything. Okay. Justin should know about it. All right, let's get to the announcements for DC that actually are going forward for sure that we know of. Is the Injustice animated film, which is I've heard from Grace Randolph that's pretty much done. Just needs to be released.
Yeah, they already did the animation on it. So
what's the ETA on that?
Probably end of this year, like Q4 2021.
You know what? Remember, when we covered the first Fandom, Ed Boon had a part on there, and he was supposed to do a panel with The Rock together, and that got canceled. And I wonder if it was for this film. That's pretty much already done. Oh, hey Matt.
Possibly.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I was talking about Toby Emmerich being fired or canceled.
He's not getting fired.
Oh, okay. So where did you read that?
I got it from a source.
Okay.
Mikey Sutton.
He says that he's being fired. I haven't.
No. You know how I used the YouTube clickbait headlines. Canceled, fired, but really it's just you're not getting your contract extended. He said he heard that Toby really wanted to extend his contract and they're just not having it.
I mean, like, if they're mad at him for what went down over the course of the past year, it's not his fault. But I do feel that there is going to be.
Not Toby's fault.
Well, what I'm talking about is like the theaters being down.
Yeah.
So it's not his fault.
I think regardless, someone was going to make that decision. Day and date films. They had no content for HBO Max. They wouldn't be at 40 million.
No. They wouldn't be at 40 million at all. They wouldn't be. But they probably would have had a global rollout by this point, though.
Justice for Justin. I think he bounced. Where are you, Justin? Are you still listening?
He wasn't even listening to begin with.
Apparently.
Wait, who?
He's right. Justin proper.
What did he say?
Well, you're here now, so he might actually have left.
Maybe. I have that effect on some people. What can I say?
You absolutely do.
Some people out there just can't handle the truth, Max.
Well, here's my thumbnail. I should have put Jarbo's wrong. Look at them. Look at him with those shades. Does this mean it's going forward? No, I just don't. I think no one knows the future, including Matt Jarbo. We just don't know.
I don't know the future. I can only give you an educated. I can only give you an educated guess. So I can only tell you what I think, and I've been wrong, and that's okay. Yeah. That's all right. It's not like I'm not out here, like with a mask on and saying like, my spies have told me. That little birdie put it in my ear.
Apparently now, Kathleen Kennedy is being fired again, but Brie Larson's going to play Luke Skywalker's wife.
Yeah.
I can't do another Kathy Kennedy fired video. I thought about deleting mine. I thought about deleting them.
Because, what was it? The Hollywood Reporter. No, it was Variety.
She is the only one saying this on the internet. Justice for Jarbo.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of people that would say that, to be fair. A lot of people. I don't quite know what exactly I would need justice for. It's Saggy. Would you like to fill me in on that? I don't know. You seem to pay more attention to me than I do.
I don't know where she's at. This is Ladies Month, and there's no ladies on the panel.
Well, I mean,
you scared them all away, Max.
I come for Max, but I stay for Jarbs. I don't know. Ashley, thanks.
I don't know if. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'll be live a little later on tonight to talk about the Dave Filoni thing as well as whatever else comes up.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about that?
Well, it actually happened last year. They just updated their website on it though. Mm-hmm. So this isn't new information. This isn't like, Filoni the king, Kathy's on her way out. It's like, this happened last year. And they just updated the website.
That's what they're saying, though. That it's over for her.
I have an amazing, really trendy topic for you to talk about on your show, and then I want to get the panel here. Turner and Hooch is coming back.
I don't care. I don't care.
What do you think about this, Firewater? Is this a buy or sell? Would you buy this for $1?
Oh, it's not Tom Hanks, and I'm out.
Yeah, it's Josh Peck.
Yeah, if they could get Tom Hanks for the Disney Plus 200, that would be amazing.
Yeah, nah.
Isn't it like Tom Hanks's kid or something? Is that like
he should say, "Hooch, we're too old for this shit." Like,
yeah, I would love that. Yeah, get a Sergeant Murtaugh.
Right, I would love that. Oh yeah, great, Firewater. You made it so much better. Can you imagine why Tom Hanks? I think he needs to do projects like this again. I mean, everyone likes those flight films and stuff where he plays real life heroes and stuff, but don't you just want to see Tom Hanks a little silly again? I don't know. That's my opinion. Wouldn't you like to see him come back, Turner and Hooch? Now that you think
not Turner and Hooch, I want a Joe versus the volcano. That's what I want. Or what was that Dungeons and Dragons movie he was in? Right, like where it's like it was like it was a made-for-TV film in the 80s where he got addicted to like Dungeons and Dragons, and it was actually
excited. I don't even know who Josh Peck is.
You never watched Drake and Josh on Nickelodeon?
No.
Okay, Eddie, how old are you?
22.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, like how do you
So
guys know what
Max
Josh
is my age. Okay, I'm
early
near
2000s is whatever.
Yeah, we were 20. Okay, we were like scored.
still watch it though.
Because
It was funny.
This is see. This is
Yeah,
the
you
thing.
guys
This is
talk
I
about
love this. I love this.
cartoons.
Like it's like RJ is like you guys could still watch it. I mean, I'm
was
22
funny.
and I watch it now. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw my show last night. I went on this whole thing about how Boss Baby animated show was actually really good. But I have children. I have children, so that's kind of how these things operate in my life. You know, it's like as much as I'd want to go, man, that Army of the Dead was great. I've seen it 8 times now. I'm like, I've watched Boss Baby.
I still
on
haven't
repeat.
seen it. I'm watching it tomorrow night. I'm going to get Taco Bell, alcohol, and Army of the Dead.
So wait, hold on. You're just gonna destroy your body
And then I'm
with
gonna
Taco
leave
Bell.
town. Yeah.
At least get Chipotle. It's at least a little higher class.
Wait, isn't Chipotle the one?
That's
that
what
gets
I
the
am,
poison
high
now?
class.
No, Chipotle had problems. They've been good recently. You know,
Ray
I mean,
is not really, and you stayed to
I
end
talked
that 10
about
minutes.
it. It wasn't
Firewater. If Matt Jarble on $3 Theater starts talking about Boss Baby, the animated series, for 10 minutes, are you staying till the end?
It was a good segment. I built it up though real well. I built it up real well.
Actually, that's where I stopped listening. No, I just have to finish it.
You were, I think. Well, yeah. When I called you last night, you were asleep at like 11 o'clock. You were like, "Hello," and I'm like,
Hey, listen,
bitch.
I was, I was debating whether in my weekly debate of whether to come back to YouTube on the weekend. I'm like, should I come back?
I just thought it was really funny because like usually Max is up until like 2-3 o'clock in the morning on the weekdays, and I shot him a call to laugh about something, and he's like, "Hello."
You know what I got to do is I got to do movie
Like, you
madness
old
and then go
man.
exercise instead of popping others. I really got to start taking.
Yeah, that's my problem though. Is I stay up to like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and then like I get up at 7 because of my kids, and then I nap when they go to take a nap. So then I'm just up late. My whole schedule is screwed up.
So I think I'm going to start doing that. Do like a tighter show, and then get like 20 minutes exercise. Go get a shower or something, chill out, and then go to bed.
Yeah, that's why I try to keep my show at like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
So
speaking of which, I think I'm going to dip out. Have a great one, chat. Thank
thanks.
you.
I think Turner and Hooch did it by Firewater.
Yeah, Turner. If it's not Tom Hanks, I don't.
Well, I was just going to get to the good stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I got to take a dive.
What is good about today?
Well, I was going to talk about the Batman animated, Superman animated, but Injustice.
Yeah,
movie.
the one that got
Injustice. I think will be cool. The other two I can take or leave.
You mean the stuff that we talked about last night?
Yeah,
that hurts. That hurts. Got him.
Firewater and Matt are leaving. No.
Have a good one, everyone. Have a great
Thanks,
evening.
Firewater.
You should pull up the Tree 31 video though of Enosh's epic rant.
I mean, like, yeah, you mentioned Enosh's epic rant, and I just don't. Like, I don't get why he's upset. Is he mad that it's like
figures involved?
No, well, yeah, actually, yes.
Well, it was kind of the animation style too. I don't know, the stuff he was saying kind of made me think that he sounded like a Phantom Menace person. To be honest with you, I was like, wait, what's going on?
Wait, did he say anything about Asian Lois Lane?
No, he's talking about demasculated Superman though.
By one image? By one image? I mean, it's like
exactly who the F is Paul? Right, we don't care about Paul.
I linked the video in the chat if you want to watch it, Max. I thought it was funny. I mean, I love Enosh. We had a great discussion about it.
I'll check it out later. I was gonna bring up the Sill right when Mikey Sutton talks about just a minute.
It's only a 6-minute rant for Enosh.
All right, I guess if you want to link it, hold on.
It's
like
good,
the thumbnail. The thumbnail is just Enosh with his mouth wide open. I'm like, someone could easily Photoshop something in there.
They turned him down.
Oh,
they said we cannot give you an extension.
Toby Emmerich.
At this time. The words were at this time. So in other words, they were going to wait for the transition to give him a formal no. And so I'm pretty sure that a Zoom call between Zaslav and Toby was probably about his future at the company.
Interesting, because I heard that Toby.
That's as close as I could get to Sutton because Zeno keeps saying no, nothing Sutton, and he responded. I'm still going to try to get him on the show. I emailed him once. No, chat, you're not making it easier on me. Look at this, DC. Why? Why? I mean, is there anything unbelievable that he said there, Matt, that you think?
I mean, like, I know Mikey well enough to, like, you know, I do listen to what he has to say. And I've told him that, like, I generally tend to wait until there's confirmation from, like, you know, third parties and stuff. You know, like Deadline and THR and everything. And he understands that, you know, he just does what he does. And some people believe him. Some people choose not to believe him. I think it's funny that there are people out there that believe Doomcock, but they look at Mikey like he's some kind of, like, rube. And it's like, well, you can easily tell where the one person is lying to you, and that would be Doomcock. And then the other guy, like, there's actually people out there that have recommended Mikey. Like, you can find articles about him and stuff, you know. And it's like, the thing is, like, Rolling Stone in Philippines has covered a Mikey Sutton scoop. I believe, like, the Chicago Tribune covered a Mikey Sutton scoop. You know, Metro.co.uk covered Mike Zero, and Bounding Into Comics covered Doomcock. We got this covered Doomcock. You know what I mean? Like, you can look at the legitimacy of the outlet that has covered scoopers and get a better idea.
Do you think it's very plausible that he's not getting his contract extended, Toby?
I mean, right now it is in the middle ground because it has 18 months till the end of the contract. And, you know, if we're in a weird, you know, if they are looking at the box office results of everything for this last year.
This is what Ambassador tweeted out about me today.
I saw that. Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty funny. I was laughing at that.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't tell me what to do.
But copium though, it's a fair treatment. And but no, really, I think with Mikey, it's just kind of wait and see. A lot of these guys, it's wait and see. And I think everyone, you know, there's a lot of scoopers, and so it really boils down to who you trust. If you trust, you know, someone like Charles Murphy from his website, he's got some stuff that's been confirmed. There's been the Illuminati's got some stuff confirmed. The Disinsider's gotten some stuff confirmed.
Illuminati. Good, yeah.
Yeah, the Cultured Nerd has had nothing confirmed and generally just makes it up. You know, so it's like you can kind of see who's good on those fronts and everything.
Oh, and Justin likes Josh Peck. Everyone says Josh Peck. I don't get it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. Eddie, what the?
Somebody opening some drugs.
I'm muting Eddie. Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
I'm just saying it's like, yeah, look at Mike Zero. Mike Zero contradicts himself 18 billion times a day. But the way that he structures his content is that it's all algorithmically based, which is why he has to keep running it. You know, no one ever looks at Mike Zero. I don't know if anyone takes Mike Zero personally, but I think they watch it just for the entertainment value. But I'll be fair. I have tried watching a Mike Zero video. I don't get the entertainment. You know,
it's just nonsense. It's stupid.
Well,
he just clogs the algorithm with spam. It's spam.
Yeah. Well, and I said this last night on my stream. I said, "Oh, this crap now is boring." I mean, you know, I understand, like, Justin's here and he's friendly with the Fandom Menace, and I'm not criticizing that, but it's like all the same people getting mad at all the same things, saying all the same things at the same time is boring. It's all boring.
Well,
right?
Says,
isn't
fun
it?
Fact, I don't hate everything.
That's good. But he's talking about Turner and Hooch on that one. I saw.
Are they hot Cheetos, Eddie? Hot? Okay. Man up. Eat the hot ones.
I was eating Doritos. Are they Cool Ranch, Eddie?
I had to meet him.
Yes, they're Cool Ranch.
He's so unprofessional.
Oh, the spicy.
All we heard was, like, you know, wrappers crumbling.
Are you gonna show Max, or are you gonna show Matt the video now, Max?
Oh, did you send it to me?
Yeah,
it's in the private chat.
All right. Is there a timestamp?
It's short. It's the clipped
super
out.
Short, yeah.
It's 6 minutes or something. Yeah.
All right. This will be fun for me because I did not even see it yet. All right. People would rather. Maybe I'll get some super chats that Enosh's on screen. Put some. Here we go. I don't know what about H Barts does not like my channel. He hasn't been here once. I don't know.
Well, H Barts, he's also, I don't know if he's working. He works later, so that's one of the reasons why he comes in later.
What the hell, H Bart? He followed me on Twitter. All right, let's see.
Yo, you know what's going on.
Oh no, this is gonna get me copyright. Thanks a lot.
It's fine. It's like a 2-second clip.
You don't know WB. You don't know WB. All right. I swear to God, RJ.
Yeah, that was me, all right.
So
Screw Brothers. Go down vote every freaking thing that they freaking do because they don't understand these characters. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't even have a plan. They just go out and Justin. They're like, hey, do you want this? Do you want this? They're literally throwing like everything out there to hope something just works for somebody so they have some kind of fun to go and latch onto for the next 10 years while everything just goes
Am I
down
watching Jesse Milestone?
and has nothing.
Sorry,
Meanwhile,
Justin. Sorry.
serious takes on our characters like this.
Oh, I
Screw
love that
that.
poster.
Nobody wants that, do they? No, you know what everybody wants? Oh, you know what? Oh, hey, let's go backwards. Let's go backwards. Can we please go back? Let's show a better time when Superman was so bright, full of hope, and I don't know, looking like a little wuss there, falling over himself while Lois Lane, I don't even know what that is sitting there and like, what the heck is that thing, for God's sake?
That's disrespectful.
Anybody asked for that? Nobody asked for that. Nobody cares about that. Nobody wants that. Screw that. I am sick of this. I am done. And you know I'm going to freaking watch some of it. But you know I'm pissed off.
You okay, dude?
Hey,
No, I'm not
okay.
okay. No, I'm not okay. Do I look
And he's
okay?
there too.
Do I look okay?
Wait, hold on. Pause it for a second. Pause it for a second. You know what's funny? You know, that's a great pause frame right there too. Listen to his argument, which he's being hyperbolic, but he means what he's saying there. When he says like they're just throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks, and yet he supports the multiverse. So there we go. I'm just saying, it's like I just find that's pretty funny. Anyway, continue.
He might get more if he did this every video.
No!
There's a new kind of meme.
I want this instead. Can I get this instead,
Oh,
please?
No one wants Plastic Man. Who wants Plastic Man? I'm sorry. I'm a DC fan. I'm not jiving for Plastic Man. Justin, are you still there? Oh, you have that Superman box set. Okay.
No. Because at least this, you know what?
I like that pop.
It's moldable. Literally, it's anything you want it to be, apparently. We don't care about the past. We don't care about anything that actually has to do with anything. No, screw the fans. Everything else exists except for the stuff that people like and people want and people enjoyed and the stuff
How do you know that's not what people want?
Screw it all. And I'm sorry. You know what? But seriously, I love RJ, but he's absolutely wrong. None of this stuff is going to do well. The Batman cartoon has a chance. Batman cartoon has a chance. Just because of who's involved.
It's got Bruce Timm, dude.
Oh, wait a second. Is he poo-pooing on the new DC projects that we're just going to cover?
Yes, he was. Yes.
What, the new Superman?
The new Superman.
That's the one I'm unsure.
Yes,
that's the one I'm unsure of. Yeah. Okay. Man, he's judging. He's judging things before they come out.
It's got Bruce Timm, and you know what? That absolutely has a chance. That absolutely has a chance. This Superman thing, I'm sorry. Don't come at me with Voltron and She-Ra, okay? I love Voltron. Screw that, man. You know what Voltron is?
You got a tight haircut. Look at that.
This is Voltron.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
That's Voltron, baby.
Yeah.
I knew there would be action figures. I knew there'd be action figures.
We're getting an Injustice anime film.
I watched the first season, and you know what? Then it got boring. It got monotonous, and everybody stopped watching it. The lure of Voltron being back totally died. She-Ra comes
wife
out.
liked it.
I watched the trailer.
God damn it,
hey,
Coleman. You knew I was going to end the show.
We'll watch it. Screw that. That absolutely sucked. It had nothing to do with anything, and the writing was horrible. It was literally preachy. It was dumb. It was stupid. It was childish. I am sick of seeing this anime crap all the time. Look, anime is fine. People can love anime, but you know what? I'm tired of literally just like, I like anime. I like different things, but my God, we're not. As soon as I saw the Superman thing, they're not taking it seriously. I know they're not. Families are not going to watch that. Oh yeah, hey family, let's sit around and watch this horrible Superman cartoon.
I don't know.
Children gather around. We're going to watch the television now. Yes.
There's only one good Superman cartoon, and that's the animated series.
Oh my God!
There's a bunch of gatekeepers here. whoa, what's that irregular Neil? Look at his face. He's like, whoa. I don't know about this. I don't know about this Enosh
why is
here.
it that literally every freaking announcement from Warner Brothers has to be garbage?
Enosh
like
has become a menace.
Garbage and absolutely craps on everything.
Well, hey, you forgot. We're getting an Injustice anime film.
That's good.
You know what? Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's great.
Yeah. But it should have been
the
animated
ongoing
movie a
stuff
long
that
time
people
ago.
have to watch every week is going to be absolutely garbage.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
I love how
So everything is going to be crap. Every announcement is terrible. And then Andrew's like, yeah, but the Injustice movie. Okay, well that sounds pretty good. But everything else is going to be shit.
It's literally one of the three, Enosh, and I understand. I'm like, I'm not sold on this animation style yet. Is this guy leader of the Snyder cult? Yes, he is. Yes,
well,
he
I don't know. If you watch the stream that I did covering this, he came on and talked about it. And I want to defend Enosh a little bit here because, like, even though I completely disagree with what he was saying, I get his point where it's like, why is that Superman gets the sillier, more funny, fun kids cartoon, but Batman keeps getting the stream where he keeps getting the serious stuff, where it's straight for adults. And like it's like they keep trying to reinvent Superman, sell it to like traditional Superman stories. I get where he was coming from in some regards. I think he's judging a little too prematurely, and he even said he hopes he's wrong about it. I mean, obviously that was him playing it for the camera though too. Like he was just having fun with that.
I mean, I get that. I'm not excited about this image. I'm not.
I am. I'm excited for this because I like the animation style. Sue me, I don't care.
That looks like Steven Universe though.
Someone
looks like,
no. It's
I mean, this is what kids like though.
Someone had said like it reminds them of Cal Arts, and I'm like, yeah, I can see it. It's not like 100% Cal Arts, but there's some DNA
inspired by Voltron and She-Ra. I mean, that's why.
I mean, yeah, no, it definitely.
I was in the chat and he was responding to me.
It looks very anime, yeah.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like when I don't like. I'm sorry, I don't like anime tackling Western properties. I just don't. I find it to be they never embody it correctly.
So do you like when Western adapts anime?
When does that happen though? Really?
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Dragon Ball is lame.
What was it? Ready Die Live Die Repeat was based on an anime, a manga. I mean,
well, that's that's a live action. That's a bit different.
Yeah, so I mean, like Western studios.
So well, but we can. Well, no, I'm talking anime, specifically animation. All right, like it's like when what is it? Like doing the Death Note movie for Netflix was, but it also I've seen the live action version out of Japan, which I liked, but the show was like very difficult to get through.
Is there an Aquaman animated show coming out too?
Yeah, from James Wan, and that shit looks terrible as hell. The
animation style, I didn't know that. Could someone?
It's be the most little kid shit I've seen.
It's a 3-episode miniseries that's going to connect to the movies.
Yes,
go to the movies.
Why? This is what I don't get. I feel like Warner Brothers will put out like some good animation every once in a while, but then like Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. While it was a good movie and I really liked it, the animation was janky as hell at some points.
It's because they don't have budgets, those.
Well, I mean, the same with Invincible. Invincible, like the animation was kind of lazy at times.
Even though
the voice acting was so good.
Even though I'm not thrilled about this, you'll have to wait to see until he's Superman and how the action goes. If it's super silly when he's Superman 2, some people might just be prejudging it just that Lois has a shorter haircut.
It's going to be a comedy drama.
And James Olsen is black here too. I never even noticed that before.
Well, he is in the CW show too.
Yeah, but interpretation of him is still yeah.
I mean, like Makad Brooks in the Supergirl show was at least like a badass character. Like they made Jimmy Olsen kind of go from like the nerdy guy next door who faps to anime to the kind of guy who was like the high school quarterback who smashes all the cheerleaders. So they at least like upped that representation. But here, this guy just looks like he faps to his anime in his mother's basement. Hi guys, I'm Jimmy Olsen. Oh my God, did you see the new hentai coming out of Japan? It was amazing.
I just don't like how Clark.
I showed it to my mom and everything. She wasn't too sure what we were looking at. She thought that it was a piece of kiwi.
Oh God. I just don't like
show,
that Clark is being squished by Lois, and they feel it's like a different type of uncomfortable.
Okay,
like he's afraid to even.
What is people's
come
issues
up
with
there?
that? I don't get
being,
that.
being nervous because
isn't Clark Kent like the bumbling guy?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You know, like Clark Kent is the kind of guy you look at and you're like, he would suffer from premature ejaculation in a strip club. Like that is the kind of guy that Clark Kent looks like. Well, I'm not making that up. I'm not making that up either. Like Clark Kent's the kind of guy who's so uneasy, he's scared of his own shadow. It's meant to be the juxtaposition to Superman. Like that is the angle he portrays. That is what he does. So he thinks that's what makes people not see that he is Superman, because they never put the two and two together, because he's a coward. That's the whole point. You know? And so if
I think people are overly reacting to this. Is
this going to be like? I heard from my pal Brian that hasn't been on the show lately because he's busy. No, I'm not shaming or anything. Hey Brian, we love you. Is this going to be like Star Trek Lower Decks? I heard Lower Decks is fun from Brian. I want to see Lower Decks.
I've seen a couple episodes. I thought it was pretty funny.
Walter Hamada says it's for kids. What's wrong with you people?
You know what? Walter Hamada is kind of right there. This is for kids and younger audiences to get them into the Superman character. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, doesn't that? I mean, listen, like
there's a lot of DC Superman.
Let me posit a theory for you. And Max, I think you're like the person who I really want to get your thoughts on this one. So is it entirely possible that people like you, like me, like Enosh, who grew up in the 80s and 90s with these characters one certain way, and we're happy that they're still around, but they're not in the way that we want, could we almost like start thinking that is a nerd's midlife crisis? If you think about it, right? We're kind of around that age where the midlife crisis trope kind of kicks in. Nerd life crisis, yeah. Like, what is it? I don't quite know what that means, to be honest with you, but like, I wonder if it's just this. Back in the day when we were kids, any iteration of Superman we would have checked out. You know, any iteration of Batman we would have watched, any iteration of Spider-Man or X-Men or whatever. To a lot of us, the show from the 90s is the definitive X-Men and the definitive Spider-Man, because that's what we grew up with, right? Which season of which series of the Ninja Turtles is the best?
No,
No, it's the original. It's the original.
The new Ninja Turtles is that's way off.
Right, but it's like, then again, like the iterations have changed over time.
I actually like the 2003 series.
I mean, yeah, like, you know, was it the Spectacular Spider-Man on CW? The Lionsgate produced one before the buyout by Disney. That's a good show, but I still prefer the 90s version.
My Turtles DVD collection of the 2003 is worth a lot of money because they've never re-released it.
What did you think of the 2007 movie?
It was all right. It's it's that weird stuff that they just put out like just a year or two ago. That I even like the CG Turtles series. This isn't. Oh,
the new one they did, the 2D animated one that came out about a year ago, was pretty good. The animation was incredible.
I don't know about that. I'll have to give it another shot.
Trust me, it was.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all.
When do I have bad taste on stuff? I promise you, I know what I'm talking about.
All right, I'll give it a shot just for you.
And he's like, I have never once seen, or not Eddie, RJ. I was gonna make like a very mean joke. I won't make the joke.
All right,
it's okay, make the joke. I was
listen to the guy who's probably never seen a vagina in person. It's all I'm gonna say.
Oh!
No, I'm kidding. I was like that for the longest time. I was like that. Like everyone got like. I mean, I was like the nerdy guy.
Oh wow,
Matt, that you know of, Matt. That you know of.
Okay, sorry. I mean, Google is a thing. When I was your age, we had to go look. We had to go looking for it. That's right.
I should have ended the show earlier.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Bastard. But it's no anime is weird. That I will say. Anime is weird. All right, but that's my boomer. That's me being a boomer.
Yeah,
that's me being a boomer.
All
you know,
right.
like have you ever seen Crying Freeman?
How do I even switch topics from that? Damn you!
You let me take over because then you know it's going to be funny.
No, I don't know if that's going to be
flashback from yesterday, RJ.
Oh yeah, don't.
Injustice movie. DC is making it so you could finally watch an evil Superman.
Yay! More evil Superman. Great, awesome. Thank you, Warner.
Well,
Brothers.
Mikey Sutton also said on Sil's channel, man, Sil gets all the exclusives. Sil, Mikey Sutton, come to my show.
Well, he gets them because they do a show together, and that's why he gets them.
I know.
Mikey doesn't even tell me anything early anymore.
I know.
He'll be like, I'll be on Syl show, and he'll just like send me a link.
This is for Syl. I'm conflicted. I love TMNT. It was basically a sequel to the first 3 movies. Yeah. All right. So I remember when before fandom happened, and if fandom happens again, are you going to cover it, Matt? This time.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What?
If fandom happens again, are you going to cover it this time?
I'm not going to cover it the same way I did it last time, because I was like, I burned myself out on that too.
Or did you remember there was supposed to be a panel with Ed Boon and The Rock together?
No, I don't.
I was really looking forward to it. I was like, maybe it'll be Injustice 3, or maybe it'll be a Rock skin for Injustice 2 or something. I think that's where we're getting the Injustice movie's probably already been done.
Well, I think they're already, because when they announce when they announce a new animated show, they're already like 2 seasons in.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that Superman cartoon, they've already greenlit 2 seasons, so they're probably already working on season 2.
They're probably already storyboarding season 3. So it's like, where do we take the show? I don't know. I mean, I know they cast an Asian actress as Lois Lane, like Asian Lois Lane,
and that's totally fine, dude. Like that's.
Cool. I don't have an issue with it. Yeah, I don't care. Cool. I don't know. I don't care about a black Jimmy Olsen either. I don't care about that. Like, it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I just think that I think a lot of people, and I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody, but I think there is a definition of nerd midlife crisis where it's like it's just like when they see a different interpretation for younger audiences that doesn't jive with their interpretation, I think it causes mental confliction, to put it plainly. But
I think
it's going to be really.
I think the problem is when they go gimmicky for like super shucks fun, like some of these
Teen Titans
cartoons.
Go. Like Teen Titans Go,
It's not that it's a different version; it's that the gimmick puts forefront the gimmick of the show and the animation style over substance and just like stupid craziness to get. You know what I'm talking about? The weird cartoons that the kids love these days. That it does just to do it.
But then again, like when we were kids, what did we watch? When I was a kid,
Batman the animated series.
Like I remember watching stuff like the Pink Panther animated show.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Matt, but some breaking news just hit. The Disney Plus series, the Star Wars series, Rangers of the New Republic, is no longer in development. It's been canceled.
Gina Carano, thanks a lot. Gina Cupano.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, they're saying in a passing line in a Variety article, Rangers of the New Republic is currently not in active development any longer. Like we've said before, this is from Kessel Run Transmissions, Corey Van Dyke. Like we said before, this was the Cara Dune Bo-Katan series before everything went down.
Wow.
Thanks, Gina. Hashtag.
Hey, Justin, you got to tell your friends on that one.
Yeah.
Well, here
she ruined everything.
Here's the thing. Rangers of the New Republic, it may not be in active development. What that generally means is they're probably going back to the drawing board and they're going to figure out a new way to go about it.
Well, James M., I would like to say I don't think they need to stop. I just think just to do it can be annoying. But if it works, it works. There's some great characters that were race bent or gender bent, like Battlestar Galactica with Starbuck, Perry White, and and Zack Snyderverse is one of the best Perry Whites ever to me. So
for all 30 seconds of screen time between 2 movies.
Bye, Matt.
Wait, what was he
saying? Don't you want to see more of that Perry White? He's great.
No, I do. It's Lawrence Fishburne, so yeah, man, I'm fine with that. I don't look if the interpretation is done well. I think it's okay. I think the biggest problem with it is that like a lot of times when you hear about these adaptations, they always preach, accuracy. We're following the comics, we're following this. And then then someone comes in and is like, hold on, wait a minute. Let's do like a trans furry otherkin who believes that they're an aardvark that lives on Mars. That's the new Jimmy Olsen. Because that's what the Tumblr kids are going to like. That's what the Tumblr kids are going to relate to.
You're being just like the anti-SJWs.
I am making a joke. I am making a joke.
They always go to that extreme. Like, that's what's next. And they never push that far. It's usually just the gender or a race.
No, and the thing is, in most situations, I would personally prefer new characters.
Yeah.
Because I think if you're going to adapt something, I understand the need to like change certain things for the times. Obviously, in some cases, clearly it needs to happen.
Oh, here's Justin with a nice comment. I like this comment, Justin. Race swapping can work sometimes. It depends on who is right for the role. If the skin color is the only thing that bothers you and everything else is fine, that says more about you than anything else. Great comment, Justin.
It's kind of like with Makad Brooks as Jimmy Olsen and Supergirl. I was a little bit, when I first heard the announcement, I'm like, because I grew up with Jimmy Olsen from the movies, you know, kind of being like the nerdy guy. And then here comes like Makad Brooks and he's the exact opposite. I'm like, let's see how they pull it off. And I like the character quite a bit. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, cool. You know, they did a good job with that. But it's like sometimes like we do have the preconceived notions and we have to kind of go into it. And that's hard to do because we all have our own biases. We all have our own beliefs. And how we've experienced the world. But like, I think what makes it worse in some cases is when you have the creators coming out and saying things like that attack the fan base that might be critical instead of encouraging them to watch it. And this is where I will give credit to Leslie Jones when it comes to Ghostbusters 2016. Because when the first trailer came out, everyone attacked it because it was not a good trailer. She actually came out. It was a horrible
trailer, yeah.
It was a horrible trailer. It was very bad.
I didn't mind that movie.
And
I never said that out loud before.
Oh my God! Can I boot you? Can I boot you from your show?
I never said on air.
Yeah, can we leave? I want to leave now.
Yeah, I want to.
I don't hate the movie. I would prefer.
No, Max, no.
Afterlife was much better. But
Afterlife, I think Afterlife is going to be. I think Afterlife is going to be as good as the first one. To be honest with you.
The 2016 Ghostbusters reboot. Don't unsubscribe.
No, that is an actual unsubscribable offense, right? I'm kidding. But the thing is, Leslie Jones came out and said the movie is about the fact that anyone can be a Ghostbuster, and she was being encouraging, and I liked that, and I supported that. And she was always kind of supportive in that particular mindset. But it was after that where like Melissa McCarthy and Paul Feig and the head of Sony, Tom Rothman, all came out and started saying that the fans are being critical because they were sexist or they're sexist babies. And then they kept that mentality going all the way leading up until the release of the movie. And then even years after the fact, they've kept that lie going. And they were backed up by a whole bunch of people in the media who just backed them implicitly.
Thank you, Lord Slug.
It caused a big problem, right? It did. It caused a very big problem. And so, you know, if the creators come out and they start attacking the fan base, like with She-Ra, they started kind of attacking the fans of He-Man and stuff. And I think that, you know, added to
some of them did, but most of them kids on the internet.
Well, you do have an interesting point here, James. There's other characters of Keller that don't get a focus, and they just race swap the bigger characters, the more popular characters, which is kind of detrimental to diversity and representation if you don't do both. Like if you don't consider both the best person for the role, different take, and then there's plenty of characters of Keller and the DC that they could, like Cyborg was amazing. They're not going to do anything with Cyborg now? You know.
Yeah, they are. They're just going to wait a little bit and then they're going to bring him back.
Recast the role.
Listen, I am all for Justin. I am all for Halle Bailey for a little more. I just don't think it's going to happen anymore. It's gone cold.
No, they're filming it. They've already been filming it. They're filming it right now. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, what's his name dropped out? The actor,
nobody
or the guy that was the singer.
No, Harry Styles was going to play. Thinking about signing on, but he never signed on. They already cast someone else.
Well, we've gone about an hour and a half, so I wanted to get this topic and then end the show because I've got some things to do, and I have a busy day tomorrow. I have to get ready to leave.
He wants to play video games. That's what
I have to get ready. I want to get my rest up for Army of the Dead tomorrow night because I want to be fresh when I watch it.
I mean, tonight it's going to drop in like an hour or so.
Oh, really?
Well, it drops at midnight. It drops at midnight. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like 3. Oh, okay. Well, then I might watch that.
Well, no, I think they're dropping it at midnight Pacific.
Oh, so 2 a.m.
Shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it's 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow night.
I've already seen it, so you know, I mean.
All right. Well, what's our final thoughts with this? I love this image.
I think the ears need to be toned the hell down. I really do.
That's classic 1939 comics.
I don't care. I don't care. Bruce Timm did the TAS. That is the definitive look of Batman. This just looks like the dude
What if
is
the
like
art style
confused.
blows your mind in motion? What if it?
I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's
right from the classic comics, though.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't like the
It's
ears.
Batman Noir, dude.
I know you could give me like the Frank Miller version of that.
You have
Be more
to
like
wait and see till you see the animation style, and if they actually keep these ears for the animation.
well, they've done. There was another Batman show that was on like CW or was on Freeform or something like that.
That was really basic CGI animation,
And that was basic as CGI. And
Yeah.
the reality of it is this: even though they're going to pump out a lot of money for content, animation it may not be the key part of that. So it's like, who knows?
Hey,
Now,
I'm
if
going to
the-
reveal something about Zeno. He actually likes Man of Steel now and Batman v Superman.
Oh wow, yeah, is
Justice
that
League.
Wolverine? That exactly.
Zeno,
exactly.
is that still accurate as of today? We'll wait for your response. Are you
guys
impressed
are-
with the
you guys are
Snyderverse?
just- You guys are just not true comic fans, okay? This is 1939 Batman, right?
What are you talking about? I said I'm for it.
Oh my god,
RJ.
see, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there.
You're
Is it's just
gatekeeping,
like
RJ. No.
it's
No,
just
I
like,
say wait and see. Wait and see. Wait and see.
I'm look. Here's the thing: Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, and Matt Reeves are working on it.
He's a Snyder fan now.
I
He
think
said-
that it's going to be good. I can't wait to see it.
Well, and I've said before, this is just another sign.
Justin,
that Warner Brothers.
what do you think of this image, Justin?
This is another sign from Warner Brothers and WarnerMedia that they're giving full carte blanche to Matt Reeves to play. In
Well,
the
yeah,
Batman
this is
universe.
another
that
sign
was
that the
the
Snyderverse is dead.
Oh God.
Kinda, yeah. He's not wrong with that. I mean, it's a sign that they want Matt
It's
Reeves to
not
handle Batman
dead.
forever.
No one knows. All bets are off. We just don't know. We don't know.
Then why is Matt Reeves getting so much creative freedom with Batman to where he can do anything
That
he
I
wants?
was surprised that Matt Reeves
He's getting live action TV
involved,
shows, animated
is involved
cartoons,
with the animated.
movies.
I was
Yeah.
surprised.
There you go. That is the thumbnail for my show. It's going to be
What do
going
you-
up in a couple hours.
Oh, hours. I was gonna say we can.
No,
do
I'm
5
no,
minutes.
I like to do it around like 11 o'clock because then I
Well,
can finish
I'll
up tonight
watch it
before
at
Bad
work.
Batch.
I'll watch it
Yeah.
at work tomorrow.
So we're gonna be talking about Dave Filoni, the King,
Nice.
and
Go support Matt Jarbo.
there we go. That's the thumbnail for the show. Yeah, I
I'm
might talk
sad.
about this thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I had an interesting conversation with Enoch. Like I said, it was about a 4-hour long stream. We talked about this thing for like about 2 hours,
Oh, Walter Hamada spilling some tea. There's some Batman Beyond announcement next week. Ooh,
Yeah, I don't buy that.
exclusive.
I've heard that too, but
I've
you
heard that
never
since
know.
like 2010.
You never know these days. It's like, okay. I think it's weird that no one's talking about Last Man Standing wrapped up their series tonight. Nine seasons,
really?
194 episodes. That show's actually really funny.
Yeah, I used to watch it before it got taken down, and then when it came back, it wasn't as funny. But I'll give it another shot. I don't even know where to watch it anymore. Is it on Hulu?
It was on Fox. Here's the thing: it was always owned by Fox. The reason why it was canceled after season 6 on ABC was because the deal that they had was that ABC, if it went to season 7, ABC would take over full costs. They would take over everything, paying for everything. And then they were like, we don't want to do that because they were trying to get away from single camera comedy, or that was 3 camera. They were trying to get away from comedy, scripted comedy. And so then Fox, because of it was like Tim Allen is a conservative, Fox came in and said, hey, let's reboot the show over on our network. And then Disney
Change
ended
the
up buying,
batteries.
So
The hell is that?
He's bored with Jarbo. He was changing
It's like
channel.
a vibrator.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I know. I could just make really weird thumbnails about people crying on Twitter and call it a day.
No, I'm just kidding. I just want to end the show because I got stuff to do, and I might do a quick stream tomorrow night. I'm not sure after I watch the movie. Get my first reactions, but then I'm gonna.
There's no such thing as a quick stream on this platform, bro.
I have to because I gotta take care of my health. Really, that's really what it is. Like I used to guest on more streams, and I've been holding back on that just for health reasons, sleep, and I gotta start getting some exercise. I've gotten so out of shape. It's the truth. Great place to end. Admit my problems.
Well, well, I mean, to be fair, it's realistic because the pandemic has kept like, I'm in the same boat. Like I work nights, I'm more active in the evenings, but I'm just exhausted in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And because my sleep schedule is all messed up, and it's like, because of the pandemic, I'm not going to the gym, but it's nicer now, so I can go for more walks. But I don't have the time to go and really do a walk. So I have to like do it in between deliveries, but the deliveries have been so busy that
I have been working on the cellar, getting rid of some junk, and working on my game room, making the game room exercise room again. So,
well, I'm just gonna say, Max, now might be the time to start working on having a family. You know, we might all. It's good exercise. It clears the head. And
well, I mean, I want to get a little exercise into that too. If you know, well. I mean, helping getting shape. No,
wow.
I meant helping.
Wow. I was making a joke about some stuff.
I meant helping getting shape helps with all of that too, without getting, you know. God damn it! I should have
two middle-aged men talking about you know the libido drive. There we go.
No, listen. When you start exercising more, it helps. You know that all helps stuff.
Helps keep the blood flowing. They can need that little blue pill.
I feel really uncomfortable here. I'm just saying.
Hey, look, you're gonna get to a point of where like you know you start getting targeted ads for Viagra, and you're like, am I really that old? Like,
I got 20 years.
I don't take that stuff. I'm saying it makes everything better. As you know, you get better mental health.
How do you know?
And I should end the show
know?
Because everything was better when I used to work out more. You know, that's why.
Okay, so you don't take no testosterone pills or nothing?
No, I can't. I really can't because that's no, seriously, because it can't. I don't know.
Oh wait, Shiny here is asking about MODOK. MODOK drops tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey everyone. Prostate cancer runs in my family.
Oh,
seriously.
Okay.
And my dad got it bad after he took stuff for his, you know. So I'm staying away from that completely. There's no way I'm taking any of that shit. Just because it's happened. My grandfather, my father, it's, you know.
Yeah, that's a serious thing. And, you know, yeah,
right. So I mean,
yeah.
And the reason he got it so bad was he was taking some supplement at the time. His doctor said, yeah, if you're going to get it, that can make it worse. Not that it, you know. Oh, well, weird. I went off the Royals big time at the end.
It's okay.
Hey, thanks, Silent Sky, for appearing. Has anyone seen?
So basically, what Max is saying is that like erectile dysfunction might be happening. So be very kind.
God damn it.
And send a lot of adult content to Max on Twitter at Mad Max Entertainment. He prefers blacked.com is a really big thing.
There's already a lot of fan art of the new Lois Lane, so hey, send that to Max.
Oh, I've seen some thick fan art of that. Yeah, I've seen some thick fan art. Yeah, she's a little skinny right there, but some people have plumped her up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't send it to Enosh.
Cylon Scotty's really telling me to take care of myself. He's concerned. And
I mean prostate cancer. Yeah. Prostate cancer is the thing, man. Yeah, you gotta keep look. You gotta keep working that prostate. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you need to go in and to the left, right?
I mean, you know,
but it is effectively like the male G spot. You know what I mean?
I mean,
so
you guys have you guys gotten checked out for prostate cancer?
I haven't gotten there yet. No, I do need to go in for a physical. Yeah,
because in Matt Jarbo knows we're similar age. I gotta start getting those, yes, and get healthy.
It's weird to think about. It's like it's weird to kind of go to the doctor and they'll be like, "So colonoscopy, have you given that any thought?" And you're like, having something with a camera going up my butt.
It's weird to ask for it. So maybe I should get one of these tests.
Yeah. Maybe you should come and check out.
And then they pull the glove, snap.
I think I don't need to end the stream.
I'm just saying it's very much it's what
like,
you're gonna.
Why am I with these old guys?
He can leave at any time, you know. He'll get there eventually. He'll get there eventually.
I want the stream to end. Yes. Listen, wouldn't this be a perfect time for Destiny to come back?
No.
Did you get your prostate checked? Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining Movie Madness Live. I'm ending it. Bye.